Good brothers, this is the work overcoming, rebuilding, teaching, health segment. I'm talking about you gonna tell me what you want me to know. Ain't no games, ain't no tricks, ain't no traps, man. Let me know some. If any of you brothers, first of all, tell them y'all's name. Both of y'all, tell y'all's name, man.
I go by Vigilanee. Que pasa, get it in. This is Mizchef 216. You know what I'm saying? And we doing this music, you know, representing the label and representing for the peoples in the streets, loving the music, the culture. You know what I mean? And we just stay true to it. We work and all that. We do positive things. We don't be out there just messing around. You know, we work.
Not no more.
But you know, at the same time, we do music.
Well, tell me something, man. I've been knowing you for some years, and I give you all, both of you brothers, high salute. Y'all been doing business with me for almost 15 to 20 years. So have you ever been through anything in your life that you can tell the crowd, like you overcame? Like, what have you been through in your life that make this worth something to you?
Well, I've been through a lot in life. You know, I've been through, you know, I don't want to go through my personal, you know, what I've been through, but, you know, I took everything and I put it all in God. And when I put it all in God, it just alleviates everything what I'm going through. Because I'm sure everybody go through a lot. Everybody going through their stuff. But, you know, once you give it to God, it alleviates everything. Like, let it go. Like, give it to Him. And then if you stick with the right peoples that believe in the same cause, then a lot of blessings start coming in your life. But you have to delete all the negative people.
All right, and guess what? I ain't gonna clip you, but if it's God first, everything else don't matter. Pass the mic. Let me get my brother's voice one time.
Don't even matter. What's happening? Mizchef 216. What's happening, Walla?
Know your value, know your worth. That's my demonstration.
Better know it. Better know
what
it.
you been through. You got anything you want to tell me you overcame? Any traumas you overcame, brother, makes it worth overcoming, rebuilding, teaching, help.
Self. I had to overcome myself.
Can you give me a little?
Everybody else was an obstacle, and life was an obstacle, but I had to overcome myself. The demons that I had to face, the angels that I had to see, the ones that I wanted to see that I wasn't able to see, because the demons were showing, because the actions was. It wasn't good, but now it's getting more positive and life is changing on a better note.
Alright, so tell me what you make, why y'all make music? And you can give it the mic back, or you can tell me why did y'all make music? What's the purpose?
We need consistency of a change, but change has to happen on a positive note, on an elevation. Because with music, we can go all the way back then from Pac level to Marvin Gaye level. We still listening to back then. So if it don't sound like back then, it don't sound like right now.
I just watched street rappers get killed in a 48-hour time frame, man. You gonna have to tell me something realer than that.
Like my man's Vigi said, man, if you don't put it in God's hands, everything else here on this earth, it's already dead.
Best answer you can give me, because guess what? I can't lie, man. I look at the game.
Point blank.
I look at the game. To me, I see a lot of demonic. I see they act like Satan ain't real. I'm telling you, we ain't in no church right now. I swear.
No, you can go ahead and talk. It ain't gotta be Sunday. Let it be told. Let it be told.
Satanic fashions in music is taking over. Young boys.
Listen, that was one of his best adversaries, but yet one of his best reasons and one of his best times was to be able to have an archangel. And that was him, Lucifer. You got to understand that. But we ain't going to talk. We ain't going to preach. But at the same time, we're going to keep it more humble than this. Because if you put it on a melodic, or if you put it on a melodic mode, you can transform somebody to doing some things that you never even wish that they'd do or even think that they would do. So you got to transform somebody to a positive note and start a right combustion, because music going to always send a note. But what type of note you gonna send when you send a verse to it? What type of music you gonna send when you send a vibe to it, a frequency to it? Because you got to be able to send something positive. If you don't, you sending something negative. And
so in other words,
that's all bad
anybody
too.
that's listening to what my young brother is saying, when the funeral comes,
they
take it real serious. They want to send this boy to heaven. He been
that's
shooting at people, storing powder, popping pills, and he in the casket, so now he going to heaven, right? That's what they act like they I'm just saying, hold on. Every time I go to a funeral or service, they say the nigga gone to heaven. The anniversary on Facebook pop up. Here they come with balloons, he going to heaven.
Damn, that's deep. Right.
So the question is we really tuning into the truth? Now, I ain't no Phil Donahue, man. I mean,
we all might be tuning into the truth, but what's the truth to the next man, to the next man, or to the next woman, to the next woman?
So my next question.
You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and let you talk.
What do you make music for, Vigilante?
Go ahead,
tell me why you make music, then, because I just told you 3 homicides
the first
48 hours ago.
I want to say just 3 things about what's going on. There's a lot of garbage going on right now with the music right now.
Yeah.
They're pushing a lot of garbage. It's not like it don't have a lot of substance on it, no meaning, nothing like that. You know what I mean? So we provide that. Was missing out there, you know what I mean? Because we filling in that gap is needed to the people. Because when I was growing up, listening to the real music that I was listening to in Bronx, New York, when I was living at, it had a lot of substance. You had to be a true artist and be original. Everybody sound the same, and they ain't really all that. If you listen to the lyrics and the pattern and the rhymes and all that, they don't rhyme. They garbage. You know what I mean? So we over here provide real rap, real rhymes, and real music, real productions, and that's all we do. Like I said, man, I work, I do construction, you know what I mean? Anybody needs some help, this and that on the construction side, let me know.
We do
and I do music. That's what I do. You know what I mean?
So you know, I appreciate y'all. You know, this really a room full of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Clap one time if you got your own business and you your own
right here, you know what I mean?
You make your own bread.
Salute to everybody out there, okay? Who got their own thing going on.
I don't do nothing but give props, man.
Word up.
So I just wanted to make sure I brought you up here so y'all can give a clear explanation on how y'all coming.
You gonna see when you hear the music, you gonna see, man. Ain't none of that.
All good.
We
gonna let that music
play. I'm a big fan of what you talk about. I'm lyrical. I like to rap. Every time they say like, oh man, he rap like Nas, he rap like this, he rap like that, he like this. They don't never really show me that love. When
you gotta be original.
Busting guns and killing and dying and riding.
That's when you get that love and respect.
Because my song and my album is called Worth. Know your value, know your worth. What I'm saying is I was here when Tupac died. I remember I was at when Pac died. And I know where I am right now today. You know how many artists have died since then? And guess what? I'm happy about my value. I'm happy about my work. I don't want to go big and famous and get too rich and I'm wearing 30,000 carats and get my head knocked off somewhere playing because I wanted to get rich and show off all this fashion. You see my jacket? You see what it say? You see what this jacket say? We got these jackets for sale. This is what we all about. So I salute you, gentlemen, as long as we've been operating and working. The young lady, Gary, come up. Tell them again y'all's name and where they can find y'all out on your social media here.
You can find me on Vigilanee Morero, Vigilanee / and then you can find him
on the gram. You can hit me up on Simpson 216 8585. On the book, you can go ahead and hit me up on Mizchef Simpson. Find me, hit me up, let me know, support.
Y'all give it up for these brothers again. They coming
up. Yeah, get fast. I get it in. Let's go.
Get it in.